first $1 million gate since the famous Dempsey Tunney long count battle in Chicago 8 years before. Everyone's stunned by the fury of Lewis's attack.
Damn it.
What's happening, my people? It's Cass Sports again, back for another afternoon with the family. Now, as usual, before I get started, let me give a shout out to the JBT community. It's just boxing talk. We're a group of people who just love to talk boxing. And we're always looking for others to join us. And you don't have to have a podcast. The only requirement is you just have to love to talk boxing. That's all. Miss Cass, hashtag JBT, BN Boxing News, Mike Mazik. Salute to everyone and welcome to another episode of Cass Sports, the Boxtorian. Today, the heavyweight division in boxing. And you know what time it is. If it's Monday through Friday, 2 p.m., it's the Boxtorian bringing you all that boxing history. Boxing is the greatest sport of them all. That's why we love it. Can't get enough of it. How's everyone today? It's the Wednesday afternoon Hump Day edition of Cast Sports The Box Story. It's going to be all about the heavyweights today. We're going to look at a little history of the heavyweight division. We're going to look at some of the top heavyweights of all time. I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to look at some of the top active heavyweights of all time. Since we got that big heavyweight rematch showdown coming up next month, I'm going to look at a few of the active guys like Usyk, Fury, then your Dubois, AJ, you know, that big monster from the Congo, Bakuli. I think he's from the Congo. Bakuli. Yeah, we're going to look at some active heavyweights today. And then we're going to look at some of the best heavyweight fights of all time. All about the heavyweights today. Melanin Queen 27 in the building. Salute Melanin Queen. Hello again. It's like the third or fourth time I done greeted you today. We started out 6 o'clock this morning on the Coffee and Donuts with Crush the Legend. And now it's 2 o'clock. Yeah. I've never met any of y'all, but seem like I know all of y'all personally because we interact like all day, every day seem like. But salute. BN Boxing News, Mike Masick, and Melanin Queen 27 in the building so far. And salute to the mighty warriors out there too. Appreciate you too. Just hit the like button. But yeah, all about the heavyweights today. And we had a lively discussion yesterday where we was waiting on 2:30 about Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, remember? I don't think it's real, you know. And I stick by that. If it is real, Jake would knock him out. Mike, 58 years old, don't have a gas tank to go. No, he don't even have a gas tank to go 4 rounds, man. But that rematch is real. I mean, the co-main is real. We're going to talk about that one in a few minutes, too. I know we got another day in between them, but we're going to talk about Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor before 2:30 gets here real quick. In a couple of minutes. But yeah, all about the heavyweights today. Yeah, I'm going to talk about some active guys. How's everybody's day going? It's hump day. After this, it's on the way down toward the weekend. Now, tomorrow, the Boxing in the State series continues with Mississippi this week. Mississippi. That bad man, Henry Armstrong, is from Mississippi. Remember Henry? Champion in 3 weight classes at the same time. Holding a belt at featherweight and welterweight at the same time. 126 and 147. Amazing, man. But Henry did it. He's from Mississippi. So we're going to talk about him some more tomorrow. And Archie Moore. I believe Archie's from Mississippi. Yeah. Let's talk fashion in the building. Great job today. Let's talk fashion on the on your Wednesday episode. What's it? The second show of the 3rd season or something like that? Yeah. But great job. Good show. We all have seen it, but you mighty warriors out there, check it out. Let's talk fashion. Got another fire episode out there. 10 o'clock a.m. on Wednesdays. I had to chase him out of the hangout again right at like 1 minute to 10. But it's all good. We got a good show out of him today. Had Lamont Roach in there. Fire interview, man. Great interview. That was great. Great show, Remo. Okay. And yeah, I still think that fight is fake Friday, Mike Tyson. But like I was saying, the co-main is real. Amanda and Katie. You know, last time I told you in those middle rounds, if it was 3-minute rounds, Katie would have been up out of there because Amanda had her hurt a couple times. But you know, the 2 minutes saved her. The bell rang. Now, if Amanda had that extra minute, it would have been a stoppage. And then Amanda, after that was part of the reason she said she wasn't fighting anymore 10-round 2-minute championship fights, but she's doing it Friday. That's probably Katie, because Katie probably remember she was almost up out of there. She ain't going no 3 minutes with Amanda. Katie ain't crazy. But it's an entertaining fight. That's the real main event on their card. But, you know, Mike and Jake, they sold some tickets now. Like I said yesterday, I'm not mad at Mike. If he can still get out there and make that bag, people still pay to see you. I don't care if he's 108. Get out there and do it. You know, people willing to pay their hard-earned money to see you. Hey, I'm going to watch it. So, but, you know, I don't think it's real. But let's talk about Katie and Amanda real quick. The co-main, because that's the real main event, It's a rematch. This is like the most eagerly anticipated rematch in women's boxing history, right? And it's Friday, November 15th. Katie Taylor defends her undisputed super welterweight championship against fellow women's legend, Amanda Serrano. And yeah, Amanda is going for the tie. She hasn't had junior welterweight before. If she wins this fight, she's got 8 divisions, just like Manny. If she wins this fight, she's got 8 divisions, just like Manny. Yep. Is Barrios on this card, Remo? Or is he on the Riyadh season card? I'm not sure. Is he on the Saturday one or this one? Alex Ramos is not no slouch there. So Barrios better be careful in there. I got Barrios though. Yeah. But yeah, these two women are going for undisputed at super lightweight 140. 10 round, 2 minutes, right? Will precede Jake Paul and Iron Mike. This is at the AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. On Netflix. Ain't that where the Cowboys play at? AT&T, they in Dallas Cowboys Stadium. They could have had it Sunday, the Cowboys, the way they playing, they could just take Sunday off. Just had a fight, right? Oh, they on this one, okay. So Barrios and Alex Ramos is on this card. This is a good card, man. Now, Taylor comes in with 23 wins, 1 loss, 6 knockouts, right? And she overcame one of the toughest challenges of her career in that fight against Serrano, right? It was a classic. That was at the Garden. First time 2 women headlined the Garden, remember? That was in April, a couple years ago, 2022. Now, she's Irish. She was hurt, but like I was just saying, she was hurt badly. Almost got taken out in a couple of those middle rounds. But the 2 minutes saved her a couple times. If it had been 3 minutes, she would have been stopped, right? But she rallied down the stretch, and she retained the undisputed lightweight title. Yeah, that was lightweight. That was 135. Now they're going for 140 because Katie had 2 undisputeds at the same time. She was undisputed lightweight and undisputed junior welterweight at the same time, but she dropped a couple of the lightweights. Yeah, she dropped a couple of them. Now, Serrano. Now, Katie said the result is going to be the same. She says she's going to win again. She says that she's very, very confident. And she said she's just a little bit better than Amanda. She said the best of me will always beat the best of Amanda. Okay? Now, Amanda comes in at 47 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Amanda, and she's got 31 knockouts. That is excellent for women's boxing. And Amanda been fighting since like 2007. Yeah. And 47 wins. She got 50 fights altogether. What did I do? Bear with me for a minute. I'm always doing so. There we go. Now, she's a champion in 7 weight classes. That's a women's record. And she's going for her 8th Friday. 2-time Manny, right? And if she can win this fight and go up 1 more to welterweight, she's got the record. Okay, she also reigned as undisputed champion at featherweight. Amanda did. She's a Puerto Rican southpaw, and she hadn't lost for 10 years before she lost to Katie in that fight at the Garden in 2022. And she's fully confident she can even the score. Amanda said, we're both going in there very confident, right? And she said, I'm going in there extra confident, okay? Amanda says she's going in there extra confident because she thought she needed just a little bit more to get the victory the first fight. She said, but it's great to have a great dance partner like Katie Taylor, okay? Now, the Sporting News is picking Katie to get a 10-round decision. I'm picking Amanda to get a 10-round decision myself, but if it was 12 3-minute rounds, Amanda would stop her, Now, Amanda is a complete fighter, and she has all the moves. Her technical ability is exceptional, and she's almost certainly the hardest pound-for-pound puncher in the women's game. But the one area where Katie Taylor excels at is foot speed, right? And like I said, Taylor was badly hurt when she stopped moving in the 4th round of the first fight. But whenever she kept on the move, Serrano was continually forced to keep resetting, right? And that's when Katie started picking up points. And this time, Katie will be much more disciplined, okay? And the weight is also a factor because Amanda was just a featherweight as late as October last year, right? 2 weight classes down. And Katie Taylor has settled in nicely. She's been fighting at 140 for a couple of years now. So the weight can be a factor, okay? But that's Friday night. The real main event on the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson card. It's the co-main, but it's the real main event. And don't forget the raffle, 50-50. Whatever we take in, the winner gets half. $5 to enter. $20 will get you 5 chances. Okay, go for the block because in the last raffle we had the block, and one gentleman got 7 blocks. He had 21 chances. It was 3 prizes. He won 2 of the 3. Okay, so the block is the way to go. And you don't have to wait until December. You can get them right now. You know, the drawing is December 21st, the date of that big heavyweight rematch. We're going to cover that today, too. We're going to talk about some active boxers today, too. Yeah. Since next Monday, my fantasy matchups Monday. Did you hear, Remo? It's Bud Crawford versus the Legends next Monday. I know I said it was Joe Frazier, but I changed it. I'm going to do Bud Crawford this time, yeah, against the Legends. I thought that would be interesting. Yeah. I got a new for Cash App too. I don't know what's wrong with that phone. Cash App, everything messing up. So the Cash App is $, lowercase letters, KTHOMVIC. That's $, KTHMVIC. There it is, scrolling across the screen there. I don't know what's going on. I think I need a new phone. So yeah, I can wait until the raffle next month. You know, whoever wins can get me one. I can wait. Yeah. Crush the Legend in the building. What's up, Crush the Legend? Let's talk fresh and say Bud going undefeated. I don't know. It's going to be interesting, though. It's going to be interesting. Yep. Bud Crawford, Sugar Ray Robinson, and Henry Armstrong, because Sugar Ray fought at welterweight. And I think as far as I go with Bud is welterweight because he's only had one fight at 154. But he came from 35. I'm not sure if Bud fought at 30. Anybody know? I think he started at 135, I think this is his 4th weight class, right? Because he got 4 divisions. I know he's won titles in 4. 135, 140, 147, and 154. His first fight was a title win in 154, remember? The last one. Was it Madrimov? Yeah, I think it was Madrimov. Yeah. And we also have the big another Riyadh season this weekend too. Thurdo Ramirez versus Chris Billiard-Smith. That should be good. That's a good card too. Tevin Farmer and William Zepeda. You know, Farmer did pretty good again. Didn't he fight Murray Tyler? Yeah, he give those power guys that like to stand and throw like Zepeda little trouble. So we'll see. That's Saturday too. And Oscar Duarte is on there. Kenneth Sims. That could be the sleeper of the card there. Oscar Duarte and Kenneth Sims. Yeah, that could be a good one. And all that's Saturday. That is a great card Saturday. No, is that this weekend? Yeah, that's this weekend. Because I was thinking it was last weekend. And we're getting close to Fury and Usyk, December 21st. That's when our drawing is going to be. for the next raffle. Half and half. The winner gets half of the whatever's taken in. So yeah, $5 for one ticket, 5 for 20. And first, we are going to talk about. We're going to do a little history of the heavyweight division first, okay? Just a little brief history. Then we're going to talk about some of the greatest heavyweights of all time, some former guys. Then we're going to talk about some active heavyweights, right? And then some of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time. Yeah. I didn't get the stamina show done, so, that's next week. There's always next week, So, yeah, that's next week. And, yeah. Oh, yeah, Crush the Legend came down hard on Jake Paul this morning, man. Yeah. I don't think it's real, though. I don't think it's a real fight. But Crush, guess what, man? If it was real, Jake knocks him out. The man is 58, Crush. Come on, and 27. It's not the Mike Tyson. It's not the most dangerous. What they used to call him, the baddest man on the planet. That's not the baddest man on the planet anymore. Okay. That's just 58-year-old former boxer Mike Tyson. And Jake has improved. But it ain't real. So all that's irrelevant. This ain't real. They got the 16-ounce gloves that no knockout clause is in effect. And they just gonna dance around there like Floyd and Logan did. Floyd accidentally knocked Logan out, and you see him carry him around on his back for half the round. Accidentally hit him too hard and had him on his back for part of the round. Yeah. So this is the same thing. But the real main event is Katie and Amanda, man. That's going to be bad. That's the most anticipated women's rematch in women's boxing history, man. And 10 rounds, 2 minutes again. Amanda said she wasn't doing that anymore, but I think it was Katie was adamant about that because Katie knows that first fight up there in the Garden, if it had been 3-minute rounds, she would have been stopped. Amanda had her on the ropes a couple of times, man. A couple of times. No, that's not what I'm saying. If you was 27, he might Crush. If you was, I would still have to have my knife with Mike. I don't care if he 100. Yeah, Mike on the street, no. Because you can do anything on the street, But yes, it's the real main event is Katie and Amanda anyway. Yeah. I don't think it's real. It's gonna be a draw. An 8-round draw. Yeah. And when the last time y'all seen Mike Tyson fight 8 rounds? Because he's 58. Mike wasn't fighting no 8 rounds since he's been a prospect, but he's not the same Mike Tyson. That's why it's 8 rounds. That's why it's 8 rounds. Okay. Why ain't it 12? Because that's not the Mike Tyson in it anymore. Okay. 8 rounds. 8-round exhibition. That's what it is. It won't be a winner. 16-ounce gloves. When the last time Mike Tyson fought with some 16-ounce gloves? Come on, y'all. Stop. Come on, man. Would the baddest man on the planet put on some 16-ounce gloves and fight somebody? No. But yeah, we're going to talk about a little history of the heavyweight division. Appreciate everybody for stopping by today. Okay, Crush. Oh, yeah. Oh, I read that. Crush says, that's like saying Mike will lose a street fight. With me. No, that ain't what I'm saying. But yeah, think about it though. 16-ounce gloves, 8 rounds. When the last time Mike Tyson fought 8 rounds in 16-ounce gloves? He's not him anymore. He is not him anymore. But it's good entertainment. Just like the WWF is good entertainment. Yeah. And Jake is not a real boxer. Get in there with some real prospects. I agree with you on that, Crush. Get in there with some real prospects. What Jake got, like 8, 9 fights? Fight some real boxers. The only real boxer he fought, he got beat, right? but he was 20-something just like Jake. He's fought one real boxer in his career and he lost. He was supposed to fight, what's the guy's name? Son? Oh, man. He beat Lennox, the father did. Oh, man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Somebody tell me, from Baltimore, too. Jake was supposed to fight his son, and Jake backed out. Jake said the guy was overweight, but it was like a week before the weigh-in. Give the guy time to get to the weigh-in. Jake was just looking for excuses because he's not a real fighter. He's a good promoter, but nah. You stick to the MMA guys and the YouTubers, And phony Mauricio Suleiman said if he would have beat Tommy Fury, Mauricio Suleiman was going to rank him for one fight. How can you rank somebody off? Tommy Fury wasn't even ranked, so what beating him would have meant, And Jake couldn't even do that. He couldn't even do that. But let's get ready to get started. But that's an interesting conversation, Mike and Jake, And like I said, I ain't mad at Mike. If you can get in there at 58 and people still coming to pay to see you, get in there and make that bag, man. I ain't mad at all, And people still paying to see Mike. So, hey, get in there and do it. I mean, the youngsters ain't getting in there, giving us the fights we want. They just, these old guys just filling up the void they leaving, We ain't getting the youngsters we want to fight, so. We thought we had T.O. and Devin. Now they're saying that wasn't true. So what is going on? Now they saying that's not happening. So, wow. It's crazy, man. Boxing is crazy, but we love it. Okay. Let's get ready to do it, man. The heavyweight division in boxing. First, a little history of the heavyweight division. Okay. This is hump day. It's all downhill after today. All downhill to the weekend. 2-fight weekend, 2 days again. We had Friday last week, remember Keyshawn, and now we got, speaking of Keyshawn, man. This kid is calling on everybody except for the man that beat him 4 times and said he was his daddy. This man beat me in the amateurs 4 times and then called himself my daddy. That's the one I'm calling out. He calling out Tank. A fight he knows he ain't going to get. That's clear. Capping, clout chasing. Textbook definition of clout chasing. Nothing against Keyshawn, but the kid is clout chasing, man. This guy beat you 4 times in the amateurs and came in the pros and said he was your daddy, but you won't mention his name. Come on, Keyshawn. You're looking kind of bad out here for that, man. This man said he was your daddy and then beat you 4 times, but you won't refuse to mention this guy's name. What's up with that? What is up with that, man? Won't say Andy Cruz. Is he scared of him? That's what it seemed like to me. You don't want your get back? Plus the man said he was your daddy. Not only beat you 4 times, said daddy's home. Sang the song, Daddy's Home. Who was that? Percy Sledge or somebody? Way back in the day. But yeah, Andy sang the song when he came into the post, said, Keyshawn, your daddy is home. And Keyshawn will not mention this man's name. What's up with that, man? Come on, Keyshawn. And this guy's Cuban. You're making all of his brothers look bad, man. This Cuban guy coming in and disrespect you like that. You talking about Tank. A fight you know you're not getting. Nothing against Keyshawn. When somebody looking bad out here, I gotta call it out, man. That's not looking good, man. Call out Andy Cruz, Keyshawn. Come on now. That's the one disrespecting you. Not unless he's really your daddy. That's all I can think. Andy is Keyshawn's daddy. Keyshawn not disputing it, but let's start today's show. I just had to get that out there because I was kind of thinking about that, man. The other day I would say, hold up. Keyshawn called out T.O., Tank. What about Andy Cruz? The man said he was his daddy, but he won't mention this man's name. Beat him 4 times. And that's the more realistic fight. Not Tank. Andy Cruz is very realistic. but it looks like Keyshawn don't want that smoke, man. I mean, I'm just keeping it 100. It looks like you don't want the smoke to me. Defiant Arnie won. What y'all think about that? Is Keyshawn scared of Andy Cruz? What's up, Defiant Arnie won? How are you today? We can make it started, but just touching on a few pointers. You know? Defiant Arnie. You a boxer, man beat you 4 times in the amateurs and come in the pros and say he your daddy. Ain't you gonna call him out? Not people you know you're not gonna get to fight. Come on, get on that. Take care of that, Keyshawn. And I'll check with you later. But let's start today's show. That's not a good look, though. Okay. We're gonna talk about a little bit of history of the heavyweight division first, okay? Now, heavyweight is just a weight class in combat sports, including professional wrestling, right? Now, yeah, that's crazy. You don't want to see Andy. Now, male boxers who weigh over 200 pounds are considered heavyweights by 2 of the 4 major professional sanctioning organizations in boxing, the IBF and the WBO. Now in 2020, the WBC increased their heavyweight classification to 224 pounds to allow for their creation of the Bridgerweight division. And the WBA followed suit in 2023, right? Now, female boxers who weigh over 175 pounds are considered heavyweights by 2 of the 4 major boxing organizations, right? WBA and WBO, because the IBF and the WBO, because the the IBF and the WBC consider female fighters over 175 to be heavyweights, because the WBA and the WBO don't have a female heavyweight title, okay? WBA, WBO don't have a female heavyweight title, okay? Now, because the heavyweight division has no upper weight limit, right? No limit. It has historically been vaguely defined in the 19th century. For example, many heavyweight champions weighed 170 pounds or less, right? So others weighed over 200 pounds. But in 1920, the light heavyweight division was formed with a maximum weight of 175 pounds, right? Any fighter weighing more than 175 was a heavyweight. Then, the cruiserweight division was for boxers 175 to 190, was established in 1979 and recognized by the various boxing organizations that was in existence at that time, right? With a maximum weight of either 190 pounds or 195 pounds, depending on the sanctioning body. Later, all 4 organizations increased the cruiserweight limit to 200 pounds, what it is now. Since 1975, Mike Grimm in the building. What's up, Mike Grimm? All about the heavyweights today. We're even going to talk about some active heavyweights. Okay? Some active heavyweights. See them 2 on the screen? Fury and Usyk. I know y'all was like, what Cass doing with some active people? He never did that before, but yeah, we're going to do it today, right? Yeah, since 1975, the Amateur Athletic Soviet Sports Committee established a new concept in international boxing called heavy duels, D-U-A-L-S. That was an all-heavyweight team contest between the United States and the Soviet Union. Now, as of 2023, Vladimir Klitschko holds the record for most boxers beaten for the world heavyweight title with 23. He also holds the record for the longest cumulative heavyweight title reign of all time with 4,382 days as world heavyweight champion. Joe Louis has a consecutive, but Klitschko has it all together, you know. But he had a break in there. But he's got the most time, 4,382 days. Joe Louis is consecutive. Now, Joe Louis has also won the most world heavyweight title fights with 27. And he holds the record for the most division for the most defenses at heavyweight with 26, right? This is also the record for most consecutive title defenses in boxing history, any division. Now, 4 boxers have regained the heavyweight title in an immediate rematch. Floyd Patterson in 1960, Muhammad Ali in 1978, Lennox Lewis in 2001, and Anthony Joshua in 2019. George Foreman holds the record for being the oldest heavyweight to ever achieve championship status, becoming champion at the age of 45, 1994, right? While Mike Tyson possesses the record for the youngest heavyweight champion at 20 years old. What was that, 85, right? I believe. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong. But I know George is oldest at 45. Mike is youngest at 20. Now, you know, George was oldest in all of boxing until B-Hop came along and took that. Now, Mike Tyson also became the first heavyweight to own all 3 major belts, WBA, WBC, and IBF at the time, as well as the ring and linear heavyweight titles at the same time, okay? Okay, so that's a little history. Now let's look at some heavyweights, some of the former heavyweights, some of the top former guys, okay? Before we get to these active guys. Some of the top former guys. Get up to my beautiful pictures. Okay. Oh no, I can really say that ain't right. That's my video that I start. My opening salvo. Y'all seen that? Y'all like that? Them 3 fights? Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fire. F-I-Y-A. Fire. That's not the right one. Oh, I knew that was going to happen. Every time everything's going good, whether like 1:30 to 2 o'clock when I'm rehearsing and going, but then as soon as I start, nothing, I can't find nothing, man. But Murphy's Law. But I got it. But how's everybody today? It's hump day. We are, it's all downhill from here, right? All downhill. First going to be Mike Tyson. We're going to talk about Mike Tyson for a bit. I got some of the top former heavyweights, okay? And I got some, not Holyfield. Damn, I done told y'all who was second by accident. Yeah, Iron Mike Tyson, okay? Iron Mike. Maybe. Okay, we got Iron Mike, yeah. He had 50 wins, 6 losses, 2 draws, 44 knockouts. That's, I believe that's like 88% knockout rate. Not bad at all, okay? Now, his best win was probably Larry Holmes, you know, but although it was an old Larry Holmes, but that was a big name, Larry Holmes, yeah. Now, Tyson began his professional career back in 1985, right? But guess what? He will be fighting his 59th professional fight this weekend when he takes on Jake Paul. I don't think that's real, man. They're trying to sell us a bill of goods saying it's real. It's going on BoxRec and everything, but it's going to be a draw. And, you know, that fight is seen as something of a farce by the hardcore fight fans. But his return is set to sell out the 80,000-seat AT&T Stadium in Dallas, Texas. It's a testament to just how much of an icon he is in the sport, right? Down there where the Dallas Cowboys play. Cowboys. Damn, Jay ain't in here. Yeah. Cowboys, not Cowgirls. In truth, Tyson lacks the real signature win that would see him ranked higher, right? As an all-time heavyweight. When he was tested by names such as Holyfield and Lennox Lewis, he found himself on the wrong end of stoppage defeats, right? So he really don't have that signature win. But with that said, he still holds the record for being the youngest man ever to hold a world heavyweight title. thanks to his destruction of Trevor Berbick at the age of just 20 years old, right? And to a generation of fans, Mike Tyson was heavyweight boxing. And I'm in that generation, yeah. Mike Tyson was heavyweight boxing, man. Next is Evander Holyfield, the real deal, Holyfield. He talking about getting back in there. Evander, fight somebody your age. Evander got it. Crush, you still in here? Evander got in there with a young gun, got knocked through the ropes in the first round. Evander Holyfield. Because these guys in their 50s are not the same people they was in their prime. I don't know why y'all don't understand that. Evander got knocked through the ropes. When he been knocked through the ropes in the first round? But when he's 50s, he had no business in there fighting that young guy, man. And the guy wasn't a boxer. He was an MMA guy. That's what I'm saying, man. This fight ain't real. It's not real. Okay? That might be Mike Friday if it's real, getting knocked through them ropes. But anyway, Evander had 44 wins, 10 losses, 2 draws, 29 knockouts. His best win was Mike Tyson 2 times. Mike Tyson 2 times. Yeah. Now, Evander is a former undisputed heavyweight champion, right? The real deal held boxing's greatest prize on 4 different occasions. From Atlanta, he enjoyed signature wins over Riddick Bowe, Big George Foreman, but probably best remembered for those 2 fights against Mike, especially that second one, the bite fight. Not only did Mike bite Evander, he bit part of his ear off, man. Bit part of it off. Right? Yeah, lost a chunk of his ear against Iron Mike, right? And Evander's legacy is slightly harmed by a run of defeat when he was well past his prime. With that said, his overall body of work still sees him deservedly a top 10 all time. Mike go in there and lose to Jake Paul. His legacy gonna take a big hit, man. A big hit. Okay. Now next is oh wait a minute. Excuse me for one moment, please. For like 2 moments. I gotta switch up something here. Ain't gonna take but a second. Just jump right to the chat, man. Beautiful. I know what I'm doing. Bear with me for a second. We are coming. Okay. Today's show is well, come on, phone. Don't do this to me. The heavyweights in boxing. I didn't even hit the like myself. How can I get somebody to hit the like and I didn't even hit it myself? Thomas Hill, hashtag JBT in the building. What's up, T Hill? The legendary Thomas T Hill Hill. We are talking about heavyweights today, T Hill. And we're going to talk about some active heavyweights. You see Fury and Usyk. I know you were surprised. What Cat's doing with some active guys up there on the thumbnail? But yeah, we're going to talk about them today. But good to see you, Thomas Hill. Al Booker in the building. What's up, AB? I didn't see you come in, AB. AB must came through that side door over there. But he's in here. Al Booker in the building. That's a very knowledgeable boxing fan. And Jack Johnson is on here, Al Booker, when we talk about these some of the top all-time guys. Jack Johnson. That's one of Al Booker's favorites, man. Old school boxers. Jack knows a lot about Jack Johnson. Yeah. I don't know what's wrong. Know a lot about what's wrong with this damn phone. Okay, we're coming. Bear with me for a second again. We're gonna get it together. I told you, man, I go over everything I'm going to do for today from 1:30 all the way up to 2 o'clock. Everything goes perfect. Until 2 o'clock gets here, then nothing won't go right. Murphy's Law, right? But don't leave. We're going to get it together. If you leave, you'll be back. This is going to be a great show. Okay. It's going to take me like 30 more seconds. I don't know what happened. But how is everybody? There we go. I'm in. We're going to talk about a few more heavyweights, former heavyweights, and then we're going to get into some of the active fighters. Okay? Top 10 heavyweights of today. All right? This is getting frustrating, man. What the fuck does it keep doing that, man? Use my language. Yeah, messed the whole damn show up. Bear with me for a second. This is the craziest shit I ever seen in my damn life, man. I'm still here. I was checking out something. I don't understand. But we're going to get it together. We still got 2 hours to go. How is everybody today? Good. It's hump day. After today, we got a fight coming up Friday and a card Saturday. Second week in a row. Please. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Whew. Man. Okay. Next is Sonny Liston. Sorry about that, y'all. Next is Sonny Liston, the big bad bear. Okay? The big bad bear, Sonny Liston. Only one person left. Now, Sonny Liston, the big bad bear. In the late 1950s and early 1960s, Liston devastated the heavyweight division with knockouts over Cleveland Williams, Nino Valdez, Roy Harris, Zora Fowley, and Eddie Macon before taking the title from Floyd Patterson in 1962. And you know, Cus D'Amato kept Floyd away from Sonny. And Floyd got rid of Cus as his manager because he wanted to fight him. But then, once they fought, we saw exactly why Cus was keeping Sonny away. Knocked him out in the first round. Then the rematch knocked him out 4 seconds sooner in the first round. Okay? That was 1962. Now, after his decisive stoppage defeat to Muhammad Ali, they thought Sonny was invincible until this big mouth kid named Cassius Clay came along, right? But after his stoppage defeats to Muhammad Ali, Sonny remained a force in the division, thanks to his brute strength, devastating jab, and knockout power in either hand. Sonny Liston, the big bear. I call him the big bad bear. Ali called him the big ugly bear. But officially, the big bear. Next is Lennox the Lion Lewis. Lennox the Lion Lewis. Lennox the Lion Lewis. Stick around. We got the top 10 active fighters coming up in moments. Okay. In moments. Okay. Next, Lennox Lewis. Okay. Defeats to Oliver McCall and Hasim Rahman. That's who I was looking for, Hasim Rahman. His son was the one that was supposed to fight Jake Paul. Remember in the opening, I was trying to figure out who the guy was. The second real fighter, it was Hasim Rahman Jr. But Jake backed out. He said some nonsense about the guy was overweight, but it was like a week before the weigh-in. Jake was just, he wouldn't fight the real fighters, that's all. But anyway, Hasim Rahman. Lennox lost to Oliver McCall and Hasim Rahman, both of which he avenged. with emphatic wins, right? And they did not obscure the fact that he was a dominant heavyweight of the 1990s, right? He got solid wins over David Tua, Evander Holyfield, Mike Tyson, Tommy Morrison, Ray Mercer, and Vitaly Klitschko. But we never got him in Riddick. That's the one we wanted. Riddick threw the belt in the trash, though. Yeah, Riddick threw the belt in the trash. What was up with that, Riddick? Man, threw the belt in the trash, man. Yeah. Next is Big George Foreman. Big George Foreman. There he is. Big George Foreman, right? Now, George Foreman, one of the hardest punchers in boxing history, is revered both for his amazing power and his incredible comeback in the 1990s. Yeah, there's the second coming of Big George Foreman. Yeah, amazing comeback in the 1990s, which culminated in his regaining the world title 2 decades after he lost it in the famous Rumble in the Jungle. Almost 2 decades to the day, man. Same month, I think it was the same week when he won it back that he lost it in 74. He won it back that same week in 94, like a couple days later. I wish Bruce Gas was there. He probably could give us the date. It was almost like the same week, though, I believe it was. Yeah. Almost exactly 2 decades later. Crazy, ain't it? Yeah. And his terrifying demolition of Joe Frazier and Ken Norton, plus his legendary slugfest with Ron Lyle, will never be forgotten. And that slugfest with Ron Lyle, we're going to talk about that at the end. We got 10 of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time, too. Yeah, these are just little brief things. That's all. I ain't going to bore y'all with that. Next is Jack Dempsey. Got to put the Manasseh Marler on here, man. Yeah, they had boxing way back then in the 20s. The Manasseh Marler. This man was one of the most popular boxers ever. In an era when Babe Ruth was playing baseball, Jack was more popular. Married a couple of Hollywood starlets. I ain't see Babe Ruth marry no Hollywood starlets. Jack married a couple of them. Okay? Not at the same time. Now, Jack Dempsey. There he is, Jack Dempsey. BN Boxing News is back. What's up, BN Boxing News? BN Boxing News said salute to me this morning sometime. And BN Boxing News is back in the building. Another Fire JBT channel. Okay? Get on over there and subscribe. Not now. Because you get to looking at that Friday content BN got over there, you might not come back. Go at 4 o'clock and subscribe. Okay? Don't go now because you might not come back. Go at 4 o'clock. But get over there and subscribe if you haven't. Fire content. Salute BN Boxing News. Yeah, Jack Dempsey is next, right? Now, Jack was fast, aggressive, and powerful. Called himself the Manasseh Marler from Manassas, Colorado, right? And he revolutionized boxing with his swarming, all-action style. He had wins over Jess Willard, George Carpenter, Jim Flynn, Big Bill Tate. Yeah, Big Bill. Beat Big Bill, too. Billy Miss, Louis Firpo, Gunboat Smith, and beat Gunboat. Gunboat Smith, what a name. And Jack Sharkey. Anybody know about the 20s? That's a who's who of boxing in the 20s, man. Big Bill Tate, Gunboat Smith, Jack Sharkey. He was reviled early on in his championship reign. He eventually became nothing less than an American icon, yeah. One of the box sports big five in the 20s. Jack in boxing, Babe Ruth in baseball, Bill Tilden in tennis, Bobby Jones in golf, and Red Grange in football. I know y'all heard about Babe Ruth in baseball, Red Grange in football. Jack was more popular than both of them. Yes, he was. More popular than both of them. Next is the Eastern Assassin, Larry Holmes, the Eastern Assassin. Man, on a whole town up there in Pennsylvania, Eastern. Larry Holmes. An awesome jab, a dangerous right hand, tremendous heart, and astonishing recuperative powers were among the attributes the Eastern Assassin brought to the ring, and one of the most underappreciated fighters in boxing history. Yeah, Larry Holmes. And they enabled him to vanquish, among others, Ken Norton, Ernie Shavers, Gentleman Jerry Cooney, Tim Witherspoon, Mike Weaver, and Trevor Berbick. I'm glad they didn't put Ali, because that was right. Ali was way past his prime. Already suffering from Parkinson's, Larry beat him. Larry cried after the fight. Ali gave Larry his start as a sparring partner, but that was Don King's nonsense. I told y'all, Ali was in the hospital months before the Larry Holmes fight. Don King paid his bills. Ali was damn near broke. And Don King made him fight Larry Holmes so he could recoup his money from paying all these hospital bills. This man, damn near 40, already got that Parkinson's disease, not to the level that it got to, but he already was showing signs of it, man. Slurring his words, forgetting stuff. And Don King put him in the boxing ring. It's crazy. And told Larry, you better fight him. Yeah, that's Don. Okay, yeah, Tim Witherspoon, Mike Weaver, and Trevor Berbick. And Larry held the world title for 7 years. His late career comeback saw him defeat Ray Mercer and almost upset Oliver McCall, the Eastern Assassin, Larry Holmes. Okay, a couple more to go. Next is Smoking Joe Frazier. Not Frazier, Smoking Joe Frazier. Okay, Smoking Joe Frazier. There he is. The Hobbicle, Smoking Joe Frazier. Okay. Now, the man they call Smoking Joe doesn't get enough love on most all-time great lists. But overlooked are two things. Number one, Frazier's iconic and convincing victory over Muhammad Ali in the fight of the century. The first one. That was the biggest. Not the best, but the biggest and most iconic. And number two, the fact he is second only to Ali in terms of the best boxers competing in the strongest era in division history. And the only people to beat him was Ali and Big George. Ali beat him twice, and Big George beat him twice. Frazier fought in the best, most competitive era of the heavyweight division and only lost to two of the top ones out there. Beat everybody else, he fought. I mean, he wouldn't fight Ken Norton. They pulled that friendship card. We friends, we ain't fighting. Yeah, him and Ken Norton pulled that the friendship card, man. Yeah. So they never fought. That would have been a good fight too, Joe Frazier and Ken Norton. Yeah. But dominant wins over Eddie Macon, George Chuvalo, Jimmy Ellis, Oscar Bonavena, Doug Jones, Bob Foster, Buster Mathis, Jerry Quarry, and Joe Buckner proves the point of how great Smoking Joe was. As Joe liked to say, enough said. Okay, Nakes is the legendary Rocky Marciano, The Rock. And I love when people try to say he was fighting people past their prime, because I get them. Let me tell you that first. Now, they say Joe Louis was past his prime and Rocky fought him. But Joe Louis was the number one contender on an 8-fight winning streak. They say Jersey Joe Walcott was past his prime and Rocky fought him. But guess what else Jersey Joe Walcott was? He was the heavyweight champion of the world. So if he was past his prime, wasn't nobody else beating him. And Archie Moore, they say Archie was past his prime. Well, after Rock beat Archie, Archie had 30 more fights and only lost one. So none of that sounds like past his prime to me. Now let's talk about The Rock, okay? With the highest knockout percentage of all heavyweight champions and boasting wins over such greats as Archie Moore, Jersey Joe Walcott, Joe Louis, and Ezzard Charles, the undefeated Brockton Blockbuster proved himself a remarkable warrior, power, toughness, and unsurpassed conditioning were Rocky's calling cards, along with a brutal relentlessness which no one in the era could withstand. And he had Susie Q. His right hand was named Susie Q. Joe Louis, Jersey Joe, Ezzard Charles, Archie Moore, they all met Susie Q in the ring. A couple more to go. Okay, next is, no, not you. Oh, yeah. Next is Jack Johnson, Al Booker, if you're still in here. Yeah, Al Booker knows a lot about Jack Johnson. Oh, Al Booker's in there, yes. Al Booker says, I feel like Smoking Joe should have fought just a few more fights. Yeah. Yeah, he had, but like 37 Al Booker? Yeah. That was crazy. That was low for that era, too. Everybody had around 50, 60. Joe only had 30-something. That was low. That was crazy, Al Booker. That's a good point. That is an excellent point, AB. And it wasn't, after that thriller in Manila, that took a lot out of it. It took a lot out of him and Ali. That probably played into it because, after that fight, if he wouldn't have had that type of fight, he probably would have fought a little bit more. But still, he could have fought some more. But Jack Johnson is next. There's Jack. We're going to talk about some active guys in moments. Stick around for that. It's very interesting. In like about 5 minutes. Jack Johnson. Now, Jack was boxing's first black champion, right? First black heavyweight champion. He was remarkably quick, very hard to hit, and dangerous with either hand. Great defensive fighter. He was cunning and clever, called the Galveston Giant. He didn't just defeat his opponents, but he often humiliated them with his skill, smarts, and unceasing control of the ring. Yeah, great ring general. Among his vanquished foes are Sam Langford, Tommy Burns, James J. Jeffries, Stanley Ketchum, Jim Flynn, Joe Jeanette, and Sam McVeigh. And that's a who's who of the 1910 to 1920s year. How did I do, Al Booker? Did I do him justice? Yeah, Jack Johnson. We got the final two. The Brown Bomber. The Brown Bomber, Joe Louis. Now, deadly power, astonishing timing and accuracy, and an amazing 25 defenses of the heavyweight crown makes the Brown Bomber one of the greatest boxers who has ever lived, not just heavyweight, in boxing, period. He defeated such outstanding talents as Max Baer, Jack Sharkey, Bob Pastor, James Braddock, Tommy Farr, Billy Conn, John Henry Lewis, Max Smelling, Jimmy Bibbins, Lisa Vogue, and Jersey Joe Walcott. That's the who's who of the late 30s, 40s, early 50s right there. And his final record was 66 wins, just 3 losses, 52 knockouts, right? 2 of his losses came when he had no more business still in the ring. Only lost once in his prime. That was Max Baer. No, Max Smelling. Okay? And y'all know who last is. Y'all know who last. This is the last of the form. We're going to talk about some active guys. Muhammad Ali. Muhammad Ali is last. Anybody come in? There's Ray Patterson. What's up, RP? Straight out of New Jersey. We coming up on New Jersey and the boxing of the states too, RP, soon. We at Mississippi tomorrow. But yeah, we coming up on them. Let's salute RP. Good to see you today. It's all about the heavyweights. We finishing up the former guys. Next is coming up with some current heavyweights after this. But Muhammad Ali. Now, why is Ali number 1? Simple. No heavyweight in history faced, let alone beat, a trio of deadly greats like Liston, Frazier, and Foreman. Ali beat all of them. And that's just for starters. Throw in Ken Norton, Jerry Corey, Floyd Patterson, Ron Lyle, Oscar Bonavena. And don't forget Ernie Terrell, Ernie Shavers, and George Chuvalo. Cleveland Williams, Jimmy Ellis, Dora Foley. Okay? As fate would have it, the most gifted athlete the heavyweight division ever saw emerged just when the division was stacked with formidable talent like never before or since. He came along at the perfect time. And Ali proved himself the best of them all. Amazing speed, unsurpassed ring intelligence, plus astonishing courage, durability, and the will to win. He had that will to win. Not to mention longevity. Make Ali a cut above the rest. The best big man of both the 1960s and 70s. and in truth, as he liked to say himself, the greatest of all times. Honorable mention: Joe Jeanette, Jersey Joe Walcott, Max Smelling, James J. Corbett, Max Baer, Jack Sharkey, Sam McVeigh, Peter Jackson, Tom Sharkey, Floyd Patterson, Vladimir Klitschko, George Godfrey, John Sullivan, Johnny Riddick Bowe. Okay, let's talk about some of these active guys now. I hope I don't go through what I went through getting the former guys up. Damn. That was terrible. Talk about some of these active guys. Now, I'm supposed to be able to go straight to it. I had it set up. But from 1:30 to 2 o'clock, I went straight to it like 10 straight times. But now, there it is. No, that ain't it. There it is. Yay, I got it. First time, okay. This is ranking some of the best heavyweights of nowadays. Okay, let's talk about it. Now, boxing's heavyweight division is red hot as we head deeper into the final months of 2024, with Alexander Usyk now very much at the top of the pile, and Daniel Dubois riding high as the new kid on the block. Now, the Ukrainian genius Usyk was sensational again as he handed Tyson Fury his first career defeat in an epic showdown in Saudi Arabia just in May, right? Everything boxing fans desire and then some. Now, Dubois then topped that incredible show by blasting out AJ in an astonishing fight at Wembley Stadium, stunning everybody. That was what, last month, wasn't it? October, yeah. So let's take a look at how all the major recent fights have impacted our heavyweight rankings and how things may pan out in the last few months of this year, right? Now, really don't pay no attention to the sanctioning body because they got an agenda, right? You know, it has never been an easy task to impartially rank the heavyweights. This list ignores the so-called alphabet ratings or those sanctioning bodies, right? This is non-partisan, ranks fighters based purely on their skill set, ring achievements, title victories, and potential. So let's talk about it. Number one, for the former guys, we went from 10 to 1. We're going to go from 1 to 10 now. Number one, okay, I told them people don't leave. They're going to miss it. Okay. Number one is Alexander Usyk. Alexander Usyk, number one, right? Now, Usyk is currently 22-0, right? And he don't have a lot of knockouts. Usyk has 14 knockouts, 22-0 with 14 knockouts currently, right? Now, the brilliant Ukrainian proved that nothing is beyond his incomparable skills as he outpointed Tyson Fury in a thrilling fight to become the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, right? And then they stripped him, what was he, like undisputed for like 15 minutes? They took the IBF, right? Now, he's 37 years old. He showed incredible skill to score the fight's only knockdown in round 9 as he held sway over the second half of the fight. And next up is the rematch against Fury set for December 21st. So his next fight is against Tyson Fury 2, December 21st, 2024, the day of the big JBT drawing, the half 50-50 drawing. Number 2 is Tyson Fury, okay? Number 2, the Gypsy King, Tyson Fury. There he is. Tyson Fury, okay? Now, Tyson Fury is 34 wins, 1 loss. That loss to Usyk is only loss, 1 draw. And he has 24 knockouts. That's like 70-something. I ain't gonna bother with that. 70-something%. Now, Fury suffered the first defeat of his career in that brilliant fight against Usyk over in Saudi Arabia back in May, right? Now, the Gypsy King boxed brilliantly for the first half of the fight and then showed his trademark powers of recovery to somehow survive the traumatic beatdown. I know how he survived it. The referee saved his ass. That's how he survived it. And he survived the knockdown in round 9. Next up for Fury, of course, is the rematch. Alexander Usyk 2, December 21st, 2024. Again, the day of the big JBT drawing. Number 3 is Daniel Dubois, Daniel Dubois, Triple D. He's 22-2, right? And Daniel has 21 knockouts. Only one man is going the distance with him. 95% knockout rate, right? I did not know his knockout rate was like that. But yeah, 22-2, 21 knockouts. Only one man has went the distance with Daniel in his career. I did not know that. Why did somebody tell me? Why didn't you tell me, T. Hill? Yeah, I didn't know that. Wow. 95% knockout rate for Daniel. Okay. Man, the likes, ooh, I thought that was 37. That's 17. Dang. Okay, it's all good. I ain't been under 20 likes in like 2 months. So we need 3 more. Number 3, Daniel Dubois. I ain't saying another word till we get 3 more likes. No, I'm just kidding. 3, Daniel Dubois, 22-2. Now, Dubois produced a quite astonishing performance to knock out AJ in front of 96,000 stunned fans at Wembley Stadium, right? To prove beyond a doubt that he is now for real. Now, the critics who called Daniel a quitter after those losses to Joe Joyce and Alexander Usyk have been forced to eat their words in a big way, right? In the last 12 months, Daniel beat Big Baby Miller. Listen now. In the last year, Daniel Dubois beat Big Baby Jarrell Miller. He beat Philip Herkovic, and he beat AJ. All by stoppage. All by stoppage. Now, if Usyk beats Fury next month, he's going to get Fight of the Year. I ain't saying he deserves it, but you know they're going to give it to him. But if Usyk loses that fight, Daniel should be the Fighter of the Year, man. But you know if Usyk wins, you know they're going to give it to him. Ain't even no use fooling yourself. Just keep it 100. I'm not saying he deserves it, but he's getting it, right? But if he loses, Daniel should be the man. Now Daniel was sensational against AJ, putting the 2-time heavyweight champion on the mat 4 times in the 5 rounds. 4 to 5 rounds, AJ was on the mat, right? And then he stopped him in the 5th round, right? And he retained his IBF. Or was it vacant? But anyway, he's got the IBF World Heavyweight title now. They stripped Usyk. Now, massive fights now await Daniel, with the first a potential rematch with AJ. But his next fight has not been scheduled yet. So next fight to be announced. Next is AJ. Number 4 is AJ. Yeah, AJ is number 4. Yeah. He was looking good. AJ was on a little run, man, before that before Daniel put him on to stop him. Just Do Boxing in the building. What's up, Just Do? Now, I think a lot of people put too much emphasis on that destructive knockout over the MMA guy. What was his name? Nagano. He was an MMA guy. I did too. I put too much emphasis on that. I forgot it was just an MMA guy in the second fight. But Daniel Dubois reminded us what he did to AJ. He reminded us. But salute Just Do Boxing coming up at 4 p.m. That's who I'm warming you up for. Just Do Boxing. Salute. Okay, let's finish up. We're talking about some active heavyweights today. Yeah, I'm doing some active fighters. Then I got some of the best heavyweight fights of all time. Or the link. I'll decide when I finish this. But AJ. Now AJ is 28-4. 28 wins, 4 losses. And AJ has 25 knockouts, right? That's an 89% knockout rate. Oh, that sounds kind of high. Let me make sure that 24 knockouts in 28 fights. 80, is that 89? Let me see. Wait a minute. Do 40 divided by 28 equals. No, 80. Wait a minute. No, Cass. You done forgot how to do knockout rates? Take the number of knockouts and divide the number of wins into it, not fights, wins. As long as you've been doing this. Yeah, that's right. That's 89%, man. Kind of happy. Yeah, 89% for AJ, almost 90. Knockout rate. Not bad at all. Now, AJ is again at the crossroads of a glittering career after a devastating loss to Triple D in his bid to become a 3-time world heavyweight champion. Yeah, AJ was going for 3 times too. Wow. AJ was in trouble early and never really recovered from a heavy knockdown at the end of the first round. Remember, he went it down in 4 to 5 rounds, remember? And that one in the first round, he never really recovered from that. He was on wobbly legs and eating leather for most of a quite incredible evening as Triple D led bomb after bomb on AJ. AJ somehow managed to make it to round 5, but was then floored for the final time by a brutal Dubois counter and counted out by referee Marcus McDonald. Eddie Hearn says AJ will likely invoke the rematch clause, but the road back will again be a long one. I got Dubois doing the same thing to him again. This was the most emphatic of his losses right here, man. His next fight is not on the schedule to be announced. Next fight to be announced. Yup. Okay, next. Number 5 is Joseph Parker. Number 5 is Joseph Parker. Top active heavyweights. Number 5 is Joseph Parker. Okay? Joseph is 35-3 with 23 knockouts. Okay? He's a former WBO champion, right? He continued his renaissance by recovering from 2 knockdowns to outpoint the giant Chinese star Zhilei Zhang. Zhilei's on this list. He was on the Joshua Ngannou show on one of those Riyadh seasons. And again, he was smart and sharp as he boxed to the plan laid down by trainer Andy Lee, and followed up that win he got a win over Deontay Wilder, right? With another upset victory, right? There's a rematch clause, so Parker will need to beat Zhang for a second time. Yeah, Zhang was after Wilder. They was on consecutive Riyadh season cards though, right? Now he might have to beat Zhang again for a second time to retain the title, a mandatory contender for the WBO World Heavyweight title, a title which he had before. And his next fight is to be announced. And next is Zhilei Zhang. Number 6 is Zhilei Zhang. Top active heavyweight. 6 is Zhilei Zhang. Yep, there's Zhilei Zhang. Zhang is 27 wins, 2 losses with 1 draw, and he has 22 knockouts for 81% knockout rate. Not bad. Get up over 80, that's good. 81% for Zhilei. Now, Zhang bounced back in style from loss to Joseph Parker with a convincing demolition job on the fading force that is Deontay Wilder in Riyadh. That was another Riyadh season, right? The Chinese giant came in 9 pounds lighter than he had against Parker, and he dominated the Bronze Bomber en route to a 5th round stoppage victory. Yep. With prepared wins over Joe Joyce and now one over Wilder, Big Bang Zhang should be set for another huge fight next as he bids to move closer to a world title shot. Next fight to be announced. Okay? Number 7, Agit Kabayel. Now I like him. Agit Kabayel, yeah. I think they're trying to, I don't know if it's on the schedule. I'll tell you in a minute. Yeah, Agit Kabayel is number 7, right? 25 wins, no losses. Yet to be beaten. 17 knockouts. That's like in the 70s knockout rate. Now, Kabayel has been the division's biggest revelation in the last 6 months, claiming upset wins in Saudi over Austin Beck. Mark Madal made him quit. Made Mark Madal take a knee to the body, too. And now, Cuban star Frank Sanchez, yeah. His brilliant knockout of Sanchez on the Fury vs. Usyk undercard earned him the spot as mandatory contender for the WBC heavyweight title, and it was richly deserved. In both of those terrific wins, Kabayel has been punch-perfect, executing the ideal game plan on both occasions. He is tough and technically sound, and adept at mixing attacks to body and head beautifully. Next fight to be announced. They was talking about him and Bacoli, the giant guy. speaking of McCauley, he's number 8. Martin McCauley, 21 wins, 1 loss. Told you this is going to be good. McCauley has 21 knockouts, 100% knockout rate. Okay, 21 wins, 21 knockouts. He was knocked out by Michael Hunter. Was it Michael Hunter? Yeah, I believe it was. Way back in like 2021 or something. Yeah, he's won quite a few fights in a row. Now, the man from the Congo who resides in Scotland looked like the second coming of Big George Foreman as he burst the bubble of hot prospect Big Baby Jared Anderson on that massive Riyadh season card in Los Angeles in August. Yep, the Bud Crawford Magic Mode, remember, on that undercard. The performance was utterly conclusive, and now McCauley says he's happy to go to China to fight Big Bang Zilly Zhang. Man, would we love to see that. McCauley and Zhang next. I don't know. I done heard people say this guy's name, but I can't pronounce it. I'm going to put it in the chat, man. I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay? I'm not even going to try it. Y'all read his name. I'm not even going to try it. Okay? I'm going to put his name in the chat. He's next. You know I can't pronounce it. Then I spelt it wrong. When I drop the panel, somebody please come up and pronounce it for me. He's next, okay? Him. See him? I'm going to call him BJ. BJ is number 9. Now BJ is 14-0, right? Now I heard people pronounce his name. I still can't pronounce it. He's 14-0, and he has man, where's his knockouts? Did I write it? Come on, man. I get mad when I can't find something. I didn't write it. Oh yes, I did. 100% knockout rate. 14-0 with 14 knockouts for BJ. See his name there? There's his name in the chat so y'all can read it. 14-0, 14 knockouts for BJ. Okay? They call him the Big Uzbek. He could be the next big thing in heavyweight boxing once he decides to go all in on the pro game. And that should be now after the man who has already built the 14-0 record in the paid ranks claimed a second Olympic gold medal in Paris in 2024. Yeah, he was in the last Olympics. Now we await his next assignment with much anticipation. His next fight is to be announced, right? Don't have nothing on the schedule yet. And next is Andy Ruiz. Final. This is the last one, Andy Ruiz. Okay, I can pronounce that, Andy Ruiz. Yeah. No, that's not. I didn't change it. That's BJ on the right. That's wait a minute now. That's McCauley. Did him. Yeah, that's the one I just did. His name in the chat right there. BJ. That's him. Okay. Bakuder Jalolov. Is that it? Bakuder Jalolov or something like that. I don't know. I know I shouldn't have tried that. BJ. That's him. Finally, it's Andy Ruiz. There's Andy on the right. Is that AJ? I don't know who that is. Okay, Andy Ruiz is last. I got 10 fights. 10. I'm just going to touch on them quick. Then we're going to do the link. Now, Andy Ruiz is 35 wins, 2 losses. And Andy has 1 draw. And 22 knockouts. Not bad. Oh, 35. I thought that was 25. 35. That ain't all that. Around 60. 35, 2-1, 22 knockouts. Yeah, that's nothing to write home to mom about, you know. Not at all. Let's talk about Andy. Then we're gonna go look at some heavyweight, some of the best heavyweight fights. Yeah, I told you 62%. That ain't nothing to write home to mom about. But he gets 6 out of 10 out of there, so it still ain't bad, you know. Now, Andy Ruiz, he's the former unified heavyweight champion. He's fought only 3 times since losing his title back to AJ since 2019. Inactivity has cost him what was once the top 5 spot in the rankings. But he's still in the top 10, thanks to the exits of Wilder and Herkovic following their damaging defeats on that Hearn versus Warren card in Riyadh. in June. We are in June, plus Wilder lost the fight before that too. So Wilder is out of the top 10. Now there are still questions to be answered by Ruiz, though after he failed to impress in fighting out of draw with Big Baby Miller in Los Angeles in August. Yeah, I thought Big Baby won that. They was on the Bud Madrimov card, remember? And we may have to wait to see Ruiz again after he suffered a hand injury in that fight. So his next fight is to be announced. Okay? Let's look at these heavyweight. I'm just gonna go over them real quick, and then I'm gonna drop the link. Okay, in the chat. Oh man, where the fight's at? Okay, hope this come up like that last one did. There it is, right there. Now, come on, fight. Please do it for me. There it is. Yes. Okay. Just 10 fights. 10 of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time. I'm not going to go into them or nothing. I'm just going to announce them. We're going from 1 to 10. Okay. We talked about one yesterday, remember? The Thriller in Manila is number 1. October 1st, 1975, Manila, Philippines. Ali got a 14th round TKO, okay? Number 2. These are some of the top heavyweight fights of all time. Number 2 is Jack Dempsey versus Louis Firpo. There you go. Jack Dempsey on the right, Firpo on the left. This was September 24th, 1923, the Polo Grounds in New York. Jack Dempsey got a second round knockout. But guess what? Before that second round knockout, there was 11 knockdowns, okay? Jack Dempsey knocked Firpo down 9 times in the first round, okay? And then he stopped him in the second. 11 knockdowns in 2 rounds. Imagine that. Incredible. Number 3. We're going to do these 10, then we're going to get the link. These are long, too. Y'all would have left if I tried to read all this mess. Number 3 is Joe Jeanette, Sam McVeigh. That's Joe Jeanette on the right. There's Sam McVeigh. I couldn't get them together. Oh, come on, man. My big fingers. Man. I done hit the button. Where were we? Number 3. Yeah, Joe Jeanette and Sam McVeigh is number 3. This fight was damn, that's long. This fight was April 17th, 1909 in Paris, France. The result was Joe Jeanette got a TKO. Guess what? In the 49th round. I know y'all waiting to say TKO 6th round, 7th round. Nope. 49th round, right? And a lot of black fighters went to France, Europe to fight back then, right? Because they couldn't fight for the heavyweight title. And, racism was rampant around that time. So a lot of black fighters went out of the country to Europe to fight. This fight was in Paris, France. Just a sign of the times, that's all. Number 4 is the fight of the century. Ali Frazier won. March 8th, 1971. Joe Frazier, 15-round decision. Yep. And the daughters had Ali Frazier 4 on the anniversary, 30th anniversary of that. March 8th, 2001. Layla Ali, Jackie Frazier lied. Ali won, Ali Frazier 4 too. So it's 3-1 Ali altogether. Number 5. Some of the greatest heavyweight fights of all time is George Foreman versus Ron Lyle. Okay? January 24th, 1976. 5-round fight of the year. Foreman, 5th round knockout. But Lyle put him down twice too, I think. Yeah. I can't see my chat. I hope I ain't erased nobody. I didn't hit the number. Kensaw Love 1 in the building. What's up, Kensaw Love 1? And Jarrell Hattie in the building. What's up, Jarrell? How are you today? Link coming in a couple minutes. Yeah. I'm just talking about these fights right quick. But salute Kensaw Love 1 and Jarrell Hattie. Yeah. I'm getting more, like at least one more regular person every week now, man. Y'all notice that? one more regular, knowledgeable boxing fan every week. We're going to have like 100 in here soon. I ain't going to be able to write names down no more. Soon. Okay. But let's continue. We got like 5 left. Yeah, Ron Law. George Foreman got a 5th round knockout. But it was a 5-round fight, was fight of the year. So that shit, oh, Lord. I done knocked my chat off, man. What's going with me today? Gotta be able to see my chat. I keep hitting the damn button. What's the name of this show? The Heavyweights in Boxing, right? Okay, we're back. There we go. Melanin Clean is telling us about the raffle and everything. December 21st. Yep. 50-50. Yeah, 5-round fight of the year, like Marvin Hagler, Thomas Hearns was 3 rounds fight of the year. Yeah, great fight. George Foreman and Ron Law. That was a big good one then. Yeah. And then a couple more. Number 6. Oh, y'all get to see Suzy Q again. Rocky Marciano, Jersey Joe Walcott. See, that's one of my favorite pictures. See what it says? Suzy Q does it for The Rock. It says Suzy Q does it for The Rock. I couldn't get it all in there. Suzy Q does it for The Rock. Right hook. Jersey Joe was out for 5 minutes. His lips over there under his ear. Look at that. Wow. This was Rocky Marciano versus Jersey Joe Walcott. September 23rd, 1952, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Rocky Marciano, 13th round knockout. Jersey Joe went into the 13th round leading on all 3 judges' scorecards, but Rocky had that one-hitter quitter. And that's what that was right there, one-hitter quitter. See, Jersey Joe is already asleep. Look at it. He was down for 5 minutes. The photographer got a good shot. That was great work there. Jersey Joe is already asleep. Look at it. And he was out for 5. Did I say he was out for 5 minutes? Yep. 13th round knockout. The Rock. Okay. Bad man. Number 7. Just like 3 more. Joe Louis versus Billy Conn. Now, Billy Conn messed up in this fight, man. Billy Conn was leading going into the 12th round on all 3 judges' scorecards. Boxing, using the ring, just doing a brilliant job against Joe Louis. Guess what he did in the 13th round? He decided to come out and stand toe-to-toe with Joe Louis and got knocked out. The man was beating the Brown Bomber. All he had to do was make it to 15. If it was 12 rounds, then he would have won. Leading on all 3 judges' cards. Boxing beautifully. Technical. Footwork. Jabbing. I've seen it. Pull it up and look at it. He was giving Joe Louis a boxing lesson. But for some reason, he came out in the 13th round and wanted to stand toe-to-toe with Joe Louis and got knocked out. Remember that Super Bowl when Russell Wilson had the ball on the one and tried, instead of giving it to Marshawn Lynch, they tried to run it, tried to pass it to an interception. Billy Conn doing that in the 13th round is equal to that in sports. Equal to that stupid move, man. That was dumb. He was giving Joe Louis a boxing lesson, man. Pull it up. Billy Conn, Joe Louis. I didn't give you the date. Damn, I'm sorry. Yeah, yes, I did. September 23rd, 1952. Pull it up. No. That's Rocky. Wrong one. I'm sorry, I got it cited. June 18th, 1941, New York. Joe Louis, 13th round knockout. Look at it. That man was giving Joe Louis a boxing lesson. But for some reason, he wanted to stand toe-to-toe all of a sudden. And I did that the entire fight. Played right in the... I know Joe Louis was like, damn. Unbelievable. Thank you. That was crazy. Number 8. Go back a ways again. Jim Jeffries versus Tom Sharkey. November 3rd, 1899, Coney Island, New York. Result. Jim Jeffries won by stoppage in the 25th round. 25th round, Jim Jeffries over Tom Sharkey. Yeah, that was when it was no decision, 1899. You went until somebody couldn't continue. 25 rounds wasn't nothing. He had one go 110. Remember Al Booker? 10 rounds. I'm not saying 110 rounds. They started this 110 round fight on Thursday, and it didn't end until Friday. The referee finally got tired and called it off. Two more. Next, Floyd Patterson versus Ingemar Johansson 3, March 13th, 1961. Patterson, 6th-round knockout. Johansson knocked Patterson out in the first fight. Patterson stopped Johansson in the second fight. Patterson stopped Johansson in the third fight. None of the fights went the entire distance. Yeah, Al Booker. And that boxing match was on that level. You outboxing a man, give him a boxing lesson for 12 rounds. Why are you going to go out there and stand in front of one of the most dangerous punches in the sport in the 13th round when that was your game plan not to do it for 12 rounds? I could not understand. Maybe that fight was fixed because he definitely didn't try to win it. He didn't try to win it. That was stupid. And finally, number 10. Larry Holmes versus Ken Norton, June 9th, 1978. Las Vegas, Nevada. Holmes by a 15-round split decision. That was a brutal fight. And that was a fight after Holmes was the fourth WBC champion in 4 months that year. Because Ali started out with, he got beat by Leon Spinks. And then the WBC gave Leon Spinks a mandatory to fight Ken Norton, but Spinks fought Ali for the rematch. No brainer. Who you gonna get more money fighting, Ali or Norton? So the WBC stripped Spinks, made Norton the third WBC champion. Then Holmes beat Spinks in this fight, making him the fourth WBC champion in 4 months. Let me put the link in, man. We got like 20 minutes to chop it up. Hope everybody enjoyed that, though. Tomorrow is boxing in the States, Mississippi. Little history of boxing in Mississippi. Excuse me. I haven't drank no water the whole show. Little history of boxing in Mississippi. Some other significant events that happened in Mississippi concerning boxing, like famous fights or famous venues, stuff like that. Big time gyms. And then we do the boxers from Mississippi. Henry Armstrong, Mr. Champion in 3 weight classes at one time himself. I think, Archie Moore from Mississippi. Got some good ones. But that's tomorrow on Cat Sports, the Box Story. Right now, today, going to be the link. Okay? Let me get this link in here. I know Jarrell getting ready to hit the thing and the link ain't even in there. I like messing with Jarrell. Very knowledgeable boxing young man. Jarrell Hattie, salute. Jarrell, a Cat Sports regular too. I'm getting one new regular every week. That is beautiful. I appreciate it. I know I got 20 likes. I ain't been under 20 likes for like 2 months. Yes, I told y'all. 24. Appreciate it. Okay. And I'm not going to try not to hit nothing wrong. The link is going to be first. Good the first time. Let's see. What I got to do. Copy. All that kind of stuff. Okay. Oh, wait a minute. One more second. It's coming. We're going to get like 20 minutes to chop it up. Then it's time for Just Do Boxing. The voice of these YouTube streets. That's what I'm warming you up for. Listen to this little boxing history. Then you go listen to everything going on today. Balanced, unbiased. Both sides of every equation. Everybody gets to just do it, Just Do Boxing. Man, he come up with the perfect name, didn't he? Just Do. Wow. Yeah, came up with the perfect name. I might have to stop talking for like a minute. Okay, there it is. God damn. the hell? Okay, try that, y'all. Try this on for size. Whoops, there it is. Whoops, there it is. Whoops, there it is. Okay. Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. One more day before the big women's fight. Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor. And man, if that first fight had been 3 minutes, Amanda would have been stopped. No, not Amanda, Katie. Amanda had her a couple times in the middle round. Hurt. And Amanda had said she wasn't fighting no more 10 rounds, 2 minutes, but she's doing it tomorrow. Probably Katie, because Katie knows in those 3-minute fights, Amanda had her, man. She had her. But yeah, she got saved. She got saved, man. But it's all good. And Mike Tyson, Jake Paul, that's fake. That's fake as shit, man. Excuse my language, but that's fake. But I'm gonna watch it. You know, I'm going to watch it. Yeah. But we ain't gonna see we're not gonna see a knockout. No knockout clauses in effect. 16-ounce gloves. What's up, T Hill? 8 rounds. The new knockout clauses in effect, ain't it, T Hill, for Friday? Tyson and Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, you know, so good, man. Enjoying the day. It's a nice, bright, sunshiny day.
I see. It thing got cold up here, man. Like 30 degrees.
See the blue in the backdrop, huh?
Yes,
no.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we got some blue out here.
What's the temp out
it's
there?
It's supposed to rain Friday, though, so we'll see. You say what?
What's the temperature out there?
Man, I'll tell you, right now about like 78, 79 degrees.
Oh, we got 30. We got 30 up here.
All right, yourself?
Yeah, we got 30. Yeah. So what's up with you today?
Man, out here visiting.
Okay.
Just trying to maintain my calm, my cool, my composure.
Yeah. As
you can tell by the text box, man, you know, it's going down right about now, man.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. I think at times these bases.
Friends in the hospital work out. Did they make out okay?
Well, that's where we are right now.
Oh, you're there now? Okay.
Yeah. I believe everything is trending to the better.
Yeah.
Just got to get that heart rating. Got to get that heart rate under control. Once that happens, then you know everything will be really good.
Okay, I got it. Yeah. There's Define Arnie. What's happening, Define Arnie? One, how are you today?
How you guys doing?
Oh, we doing fine, man. There's somebody else. Oh, Jarrell.
Awesome.
Yeah. What you think about the show today? The heavyweights. Who do you like in the heavyweight? Who's your number one heavyweight nowadays?
Right now, my guy is Bakole.
Bakole? Okay. That's not a bad choice. Bakole. Yeah. They were talking about him and Paul Bayel.
That would be a heck of a fight. That would be a heck of a fight.
What's up, Ed? Yes, it would. Man.
Living in America.
There you go. That's that man right there. That's that man.
Yeah.
What's going on, gents?
Not too much. Just talking this boxing talk again, that's all.
Nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm. Think about what we got coming up this weekend. We got the big women's rematch.
Yeah, the first one was a banger.
Yes, it was.
The first one was a banger. Is this one going to be at 3-minute rounds?
No, 10 2-minute. Yeah, 10 2-minute.
She don't want to go 3 with her.
Yeah,
Serrano was the truth.
Yeah, she had to hurt a couple. Amanda had Katie hurt a couple times in their first one, man. You know.
Yeah, she just if she would have had a little bit more time, I think she would have got her up out of there.
I think so.
Especially in a couple of rounds. She had just a little bit more time. I think she would have I gotta give her credit, man. She took a lot of punishment that fight and still kept going.
Who, Katie?
Yeah, Katie showed some. She showed some moxie, bro. I gotta give her respect. I thought she lost about 5 fights already, though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
She only
But
got
I
one.
mean, it is what it is. Though. That's just the nature of boxing, unfortunately.
Chantel Cameron is the only one officially.
Oh, she definitely lost Cameron. I thought she lost a couple more too. I definitely thought she lost that Serrano fight for sure. I don't know how they gave her a draw. Oh no, they gave it to her, huh?
They gave it to Smithy Simpson.
Yeah, they gave it to her. Yeah,
gave it to her.
I don't understand that one.
It was good. It was a good close.
It was a good fight though. It was a good fight.
And they spent
It
both
was a
of
good fight.
nice, you know. They bit down at the end.
But I allow other people to talk. I'm talking to listen to that.
Yeah. What's going on, gentlemen? What y'all think about these fights this weekend? Got a Riyadh season this weekend.
Devin Farmer, right?
I didn't say it again.
Devin Farmer.
Yeah, he's fighting. Who's he fighting again? Zepeda, right? I think.
I think so.
Yeah, then William Zepeda.
I'm praying for his ribs, y'all.
What'd you say?
I said I'm praying for his ribs, man.
Oh,
Zepeda's been on a tear with that body attack. He seemed to unlock something. Man.
I'm serious.
Last two fights, Maxie Hughes, he broke him down and put that barbecue sauce on them ribs early. Same thing happened with Giovanni Cabrera.
He sure did, yeah. Yeah,
and I love me some Tevin Farmer, man. Never too late. So I hope Tevin is in tip-top shape.
Mm-hmm.
And
gonna
he's
have to
able
be.
to evade this guy, man.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be. Yeah. Against Zepeda. Barrios is on there too, right? Abel Ramos. Mario. On the
Is that the Zurdo versus Chris Billon Smith as well?
Oh no, I think he's on the Mike Tyson Jake Paul one. Jake Paul card. Mario. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I know he was fighting this weekend. Yeah.
What a weird fight, right?
Him and Abel Ramos. Why you say that?
I mean, Mike Tyson is what, 60?
Oh, that one. Yeah, that you're right.
Yeah.
That is weird, man.
I just don't want Mike to like gas out real quick and then Jake sticking his tongue out, picking him apart. If that happens, oh my God.
Oh man. No. We ain't gonna be able to handle that.
You better go into witness protection or something.
Just imagine Jake after that. I think it's gonna be a draw. They say it's a real fight though. It's not an exhibition.
Tyson shows up, there's no draw. Tyson knocking him out.
Yeah, they said it's going on their records and everything, man. What you think, Ant, about that one?
About who?
Jake and Mike Tyson.
I'm trying not to think about it, Cass. I'm trying not to. Oh my Lord.
Oh, that's a good answer.
Yeah.
Like he said right there. But if he shows up, because I don't know if Mike tonight like hold back and take dives. So if he shows up, I'm expecting a knockout because there's nothing that Jake can do that can stop what this man can do in the ring. Even at the age that he is, I still believe it.
He's 30 years younger, though. That's the only thing. That's what I look at, man. I mean, 30 years younger is 30 years younger. That's not the Mike Tyson. That's not the most dangerous man.
It's not the Mike Tyson, but he was a professional prize fighter. He was the highest at his caliber.
But he wasn't 58 though. You know?
Yeah, he wasn't 58. But when was Jake ever ready to fight any one of his? Man, James Toney get in the ring and smoke Jake. What's the name right now?
In their 20s and 30s.
So I think even Bone Crusher might get him, man. You know what I'm saying?
Maybe he could
right now, but I think of him as a gimmick, bro, and I think the gimmick runs out. That's why he ain't really fought real boxers. If he fight a boxer, it's a difference.
That's right, not one.
That is true, T. That is a great point. Yeah.
What exactly does beating a 60-year-old Mike Tyson does for you, anyway? Like, what exactly? Like,
it gets you paid.
Oh no, I get it, but well, yeah.
Well, here's the thing, though. You got to look at the game that Jake Paul was playing here.
Mm-hmm.
Jake Paul, it's not about legitimizing himself. It's about bringing awareness to his brand. Most Valuable Promotions.
Mm-hmm.
It's no coincidence that everything is MVP. Then you got Amanda Serrano, and then you got Shadeja Green, and all these other people involved.
It's a good card.
Jake Paul knows what he's doing, man. He's not out there trying to promote himself. He's promoting his brand. And the other thing that I like that he did too is that he established the most valuable prospects for the up and coming fighters that he's trying to, share a little bit of spotlight with and raise awareness for those guys. So he's doing good work. He's doing good work.
I do appreciate that part of Jake Paul.
Definitely doing a good job promotion.
Now, that is absolutely spot on, and I believe that is the reason why we have this fight, because you're about to have a lot of eyes on it. Because a lot of people who know boxing still think of and know of Tyson, even people younger than when Tyson actually was out there doing his thing. So they recognize that this right here is going to do big numbers, and then on top of that, you got the best women's fight that you possibly can make at this point in time.
Yep.
The only thing that they could have done.
The thing is this, T-Hell, the platform. This thing is going to be on Netflix.
Exactly.
Everybody and their mama got Netflix. And if they don't got it, and if they don't got it, they know somebody who got it. Yo, let me hold your Netflix password.
So you already know this is about to be something huge.
Yeah.
You got so many perfect storms. You got too many warm fronts colliding with cold fronts, and it's about to be a huge,
and in AT&T Stadium too, in a stadium.
And I guarantee you that these fights will show out. These fights will show out. And I mean, he like the one thing he is, like you said, he's advantageous and he's super lucid, man. And he knows that even if I get knocked out, I still win. Because people gonna come see Tyson. Tyson gets a form, and I don't know, man. You got the spectacle that is a man. The only thing that could have been better is if they would have went 3 rounds. If they would have went 3 rounds, then hell.
Man. Like Jake,
I mean, 3 minute rounds.
3 rounds too. I mean, 3 minutes.
3 minute. Yeah, 3 minutes. Yeah, that's her thing. Like in all ways, she trying to be every bit the equal or the peer that the male is. So like whatever they're doing, then if we're gonna claim that as bad we deserve the money that they get, then we need to participate the way they participate. And let's be truthful. How many women really pasting people out? She paced people out. Like she really puts brakes on folks and gets them up out of there.
Yeah. 31.
Yeah, she living the fighter's life, and she's over there doing that.
50 fights.
Exactly. And of those 50, 30 something of them ended up and she handing out CPAP machines like my man Tank is. You know what I'm saying? That's just the bottom line. And she's conducting sleep studies. So imagine if we see back-to-back knockouts. Well, that would be something awesome.
I don't think Tyson Legacy is gonna take any hit.
You don't think so?
No, like Holyfield when he got in the ring with that steroid UFC guy.
He went out in the first round.
Yeah, that was a bad look for Holyfield. That was a really bad look for Holyfield. But I don't think it tarnishes his legacy. This is a bad look.
Yeah, you're right.
A legacy to be tarnished.
People are gonna say he was 58. Right. Now, if that happened when he was in his 20s, it'd be a whole different story. Yeah.
Decapitated that dude in 2 seconds.
For me, it looks bad on the people that's fighting, to tell you the truth. It's bad that Jake Paul really got to fight somebody like this if he's pursuing a boxing career. Now, we just doing the EXO. If everything's expedition, then that's a whole different story. But he's claiming to be a boxing prospect.
Right. And they're calling it a real fight.
And if it's a real fight, then that's what I'm saying. If it's a real fight, Tyson ain't taking it easy. This some celebrity death duel, then okay, that'll be a different thing. But a real fight, Tyson ain't coming in there. If he do, I'll be surprised. Now, there is the caveat that he is 50-something years old.
We'll be able to know if it's real or exhibition by the way he fights,
Exactly, because I know exactly.
Correct.
And I've seen him train, man. He still look good. I don't know how long he could hold it up. But I don't know your boy Jake Paul to be slew of foot. I don't know him to be very, very expert at navigating the ring and showing generalship. All I know him to do is throw some shots. Bang some shots. He go in there trying to bang with Tyson. He getting knocked out, bro. And that's just the bottom line. I believe Tyson matter of fact, did the dude in the plane get knocked out?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he still got that. That ain't gone nowhere.
I
Yeah.
forgot about that.
And
Yeah.
I believe he faster still. So yo, if he in there trying to throw punches with Tyson, he getting slept. I'm serious.
It's like the old
He go.
time to say, T Hill, the power's the last thing to go.
Yeah, that's what they say.
You right. And you ain't never been Mo Ryder.
That's what they say. Yep.
I mean, we've seen it on full display with George Foreman, 46 years old, knocking out a young Michael Moore. So
Yeah, that's what Mike Rim hit me
it's
with
an
yesterday.
example of it.
And not only a young Michael Moore, a very highly skilled Michael Moore. Like Michael Moore had every advantage over Foreman. But that's what I was saying earlier when you was talking about you don't want to hear past their prime. People can still be past their prime, but still be better than a lot of other fighters. Just because they were that special in their prime. George Foreman is such a fighter that he was so special that even at 40-something years old, he can come back and still dominate.
But George Foreman is like such a unique. I mean, to me, that's like the scariest dude I've ever seen on top of the ring.
You got to check out Casual's Corner. We did a breakdown on that.
George Foreman's scary, man.
What's the name?
Dude. George Foreman is a scary dude.
I've never seen anything scarier, honestly. It's like a freaking grizzly bear. I don't know. I swear to you, even Tyson.
I'm gonna put it in the chat. Casual's Corner. Go stop by and check it out. We did a breakdown on that.
On that fight,
like my man said up in what was it called?
That's the one.
Living Color. We did a breakdown about it. Like to hear it? Here it go. We did a breakdown on that. The good brother Ann McQueen.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, George Foreman is super scary, man. Like to see what he did to some high level. Like he said, your boy Foreman did Frazier dirty.
Oh my God.
And nobody did Frazier that way.
Yeah, nobody. Not even close.
Like and that. What about what is it? Norton? Ken Norton.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
And we all know the problem that Norton was.
Yeah,
now Ron Lyle, that just was a slugfest.
Yeah,
that was a fight
of the year.
Yeah.
That could have been fight of boxing, to tell you the truth.
5 rounds.
5 rounds of straight action. It was like the 3 rounds of action between Hagler and Hearns. Just straight action.
Yep. I think it was like 3 knockdowns or something like that.
Foreman said he never hit as hard. He never was hit as hard ever.
I'm hoping George Foreman and Ernie Schaefer.
Gets up out of there safe.
Yeah, for sure.
Because man, Jake Paul, like he improved a little bit though. I've been watching him.
Yeah, I've been trying to tell people. Nobody won't listen to me.
I gotta give him his props for at least taking his training seriously. I'll say this though, as far as his resume right now, like he's fought a bunch of UFC guys, guys in general, basketball player or two.
Yeah.
But when you look at most fighters, you can't tell me the name of their first 10, 15 opponents.
Exactly.
They were on a accelerated track. For the most part, all the rest of them guys, they fighting dudes that 5-32, 10-23, and then they start to
1-0 or something.
Face better opposition. Yeah, another guy that's in their debut.
Yeah.
It's like that. So, only difference with Jake Paul is that we're familiar with the guys that he faced, like Anderson Silva,
right?
Tyron Woodley, Ben Askren, and we know what these guys were like in their primes in their respective sports. And then not only that, but also them having to make the transition over to just complete boxing, stand up. But all in all, the way I look at Jake Paul is he's no different than Bob Arum or any of these other guys, but he just has a unique method of promoting his fighters.
Yeah.
Which is him taking the leverage that he has, his celebrity, and then now we're going to put the focus on these guys and these ladies, that are under the banner.
Oh,
I respect it for what it is.
It's a great card, too. He put together some good cards, too. Yeah.
Yep.
I like him as a promoter.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, man, as an ambassador.
Without this Tyson Paul, Just think about how many more people are gonna get hip to Shadeja Green now.
Yep.
Now, us, we know Shadeja Green. We've been talking about her on these YouTubes and all this other stuff. But most people who are on Netflix, they probably never seen Shadeja Green. But now they're gonna get a chance to see her. Mario Barrios. We know who Mario Barrios is, but a lot of the people, unless they've seen the Tank fight, they probably don't know who he is. So that now he's getting more exposure. And like you pointed out, Cass, this is not only is it going to be on a major platform, it's going to be in a major venue. It's going to be at the AT&T Stadium.
Yes.
So Jake Paul is doing it right, man. Kudos to Jake Paul.
Yep.
Yeah, I give him respect for that for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. He's a very good ambassador for the sport. And on top of that, he doesn't allow ego to get in the way. His only thing is to just make sure that the people get what they want to see. I respect that about him.
All right, fellas. Well, it's 4:00. Anybody got anything else to add to this Friday conversation?
Love the show. Real awesome.
Appreciate you.
All right, peace and blessings.
Yeah, man, you got to say something, bro. I didn't even know you was on, bro. Say something.
Jarrell up here getting all that knowledge.
Me? Well,
What you think about that real quick, Jarrell? Tyson and Jake Paul, what you think about that fight? You think it's real?
I think he got off.
Memorex. Oh, yeah, he did.
He got off. Josh hopped off, man. He didn't even say nothing.
Okay.
All right, then, Kaz, man. Always an awesome show, man. Wonderful job. Chronicling the division of divisions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Great job.
And some
Great job. Shout out to my man Define Irony. Always a pleasure to hear your voice, your take on the sport.
Oh yeah.
And shout out to the chat. Shout out to my brother Ant McQueen.
Yeah.
Break down shorty.
E.F. Hutton. Remember?
And shout out to the chat, man.
Oh yeah.
You can't forget the chat, and also recognize, we about to get boxing is Just Do. So slide on over to Just Do Boxing and enjoy some more of that good old fashioned boxing talk, because that's all it is. It's just boxing talk.
So,
JP2.
Up next. And the legendary Thomas Hill. Can't forget him. And Ant McQueen. That's the Casuals Corner crew. Okay, but appreciate everybody. Jarrell Hattie, Kensaw Love 1, Just Do Boxing, Ray Patterson, BN Boxing News, Ant McQueen, Al Booger, Thomas Hill, Mike Grimm, Define Arnie 1, Crush the Legend, Let's Talk Fashion, Melanin Queen 27, Mike Mazik, BN Boxing News, and Miss Cass. And salute to the Friar panel of Thomas Hill, Ant McQueen, Define Arnie 1, and Jarrell Hattie. Appreciate you, gentlemen. Join me tomorrow, because if it's Monday through Friday at 2 p.m., it's the Boxtorian bringing you all that boxing history. Just Do Boxing is straight ahead. This is Cass Sports. I will see y'all around those JBT streets.